Welcome to the Nut House Studio and another edition of the Soapbox Smorgasbord podcast presented by Gone Squirrel Radio. Grab your favorite tasty snack, sit back and enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, and welcome into episode 108, Fri-Dad The 13th, Part 1. We're your host, I'm Jason.
I am Ray.
And this episode is going to be one of them combo episodes where we talk about Father's Day and Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
And yeah, so we're going to...
Spooky.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th is tomorrow, technically.
Well, this episode releases tomorrow.
Okay,
so.
Well, in 30 minutes, it'll be Friday the 13th.
So anyways, we're going to do this kind of a split episode. There'll be two parts. Part 1, we're going to cover some of the history behind the Friday the 13th. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the Friday the 13th movie franchise.
Oh. And
then we're going to tell some dad jokes. And we'll probably start off with talking about like our own experiences as fathers and kind of our own dads. And then the second one, we have dads, and it's from TVs and movies. There's some good dads, some bad dads, some horror movie dads, and some actual serial killer dads that movies have been made about. So we're kind of all over the place. The only snack that we have for this is an oatmeal cream pie because we wouldn't be here if somebody didn't get cream pied.
Oh my god. I thought you were going to be a little more subtle with it, but Jesus.
Oh no. Cheeks were clapped when we were made.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we don't have to really try oatmeal cream pies. I just fucking love them.
Mm.
You ever seen where they'll stick like a popsicle stick? What? You're like, I'll never be able to eat it.
Let's not talk about sticking something when I'm eating it.
Anyway. So, what I've seen people do is they'll put a popsicle stick between or in the
center of it.
In the center of it.
Okay.
And then they'll freeze it. They'll bring it out and put it in cake batter and deep fry it.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna be like
Krispy Kreme pie.
I thought you were gonna be like they put a hole through the center of it,
No.
and then they fuck it. I'm like, well, what? And then they make their girlfriend eat it.
It's like a double stuffed cream pie. All right.
What's the name for that sex act?
Oh god.
You fuck a cream pie and feed it.
So, anyways, let's double dutch. I'm kidding. Anyways, so both of us are fathers. I've been a father a lot longer, and I also have more kids, but that doesn't discredit Ray's experience as a father. So I have been a father since 2011, and I'm a father to 4. When did you become a father?
2019, September.
And that's when my youngest was born, was 2019. Knock on wood, there are no more.
You're like, I don't want any more. No more. Please, no. Yeah, I'm definitely done.
So what's, in your opinion, what is the hardest part about being a dad?
Being responsible for another human being.
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious, but I think not being able to fix everything for them.
I mean, it's not difficult being responsible for another human being. It's just it's another thing you have to do, really.
Go to work, make enough money, pay your bills,
yeah,
make sure they have food, clothing.
I'm worried about like, am I doing enough for them? Like,
yeah.
And then also like when I'm working and stuff, I'm like, am I spending enough time with them? You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to make them extra money, and then I'm just like, wait, am I doing this to benefit me?
And you've
or
got
them?
So both of us, I mean, like we're tied up in a lot with our kids. Like my oldest one, she doesn't do a whole lot, but she has autism, so we do some extra with her. Um, and then my second one is he's my sports kid. He does soccer. He does uh baseball right now, and he's also my clumsy one. I mean, he's broken a toe. He's gotten a concussion. He's
Jesus.
like all sorts of crap, and it's because he's like high energy, and he goes all the time.
He was a preemie too.
He was a
It's
preemie.
crazy to
That
think
was
about
scariest.
That. Like, holy crap!
And that was scary.
I remember how small he was too.
he was 3 pounds 15 ounces. I was
God, he
scared,
so little.
scared to hold him
Yeah.
for a while.
Oh
And
yeah.
he
I didn't want to hold him. I was like, I think I'll break him.
Yep.
if I-
He spent 47 days in the hospital, and then when he finally got to come home, he got sick about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And then he was back up there another 8 days, and man, it was ridiculous. It was hard. And then my third one, she's a spoiled brat. I mean, only thing I can say is she just talks your ear off. And then our youngest, we have went through, or we're not in the middle, but we're in the beginning stages of the epilepsy journey with him, and it's scary. I mean, we're constantly watching him, and he's got some other things going on, but I think everything will be all right there. But that's the hardest part, is when things are going on with your kid, and the like you feel hopeless and helpless because there's not really anything you can do.
yeah, like when they're sick and stuff.
And it's not just when they're sick. It's when like I said, Grace has autism, so
Right.
there's a lot of times that you can't really.
You just got to learn to live with it.
Well,
that's really what you
yes,
do. You gotta
yeah.
learn how to like help them live with it, basically.
but there is no. You have to help them learn how to understand to cope with some of the things they go through.
Yeah.
But it's no one size fits all treatment.
No, yeah.
You kind of gotta bounce it around and try this and that, and what works right now might not work in 10 minutes or 2 hours or a month from now, or it might always work, and there's no true tell way to figure that out.
True.
Yeah. What about
I mean, Amelia, I get that because Amelia has nephrotic syndrome,
Mhm.
which is basically where the nephilims inside of her kidneys don't function properly.
Mhm.
What they're supposed to do is filter out waste and retain all of your nutrients and proteins and stuff. But what it does is it goes the opposite way and just keeps all of your waste and then filters out all of the proteins and vitamins that you actually need. So it's really bad, and the way they treated it was with like 6 weeks of steroids, and luckily, she hasn't relapsed or anything.
does her body absorb a lot of vitamins and nutrients before it gets down that far? Just not like the last of it?
No, just like not the last of it, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, like all the proteins that are in your body, that stuff travels through quite a bit. So
Yeah.
when you're depleting a lot of proteins, then you have serious issues. That's
Mhm.
where like your body probably retains a lot of water at that point. So it's kind of scary. A lot of I think we asked the doctor about statistics one time, and they told us that there's probably, out of the like several years that he's been studying this, they've only found out about this since like the 90s.
Yeah.
And so they've been doing a study since then. There's only one person so far that hasn't had anything happen to them again. So, I mean, there is a pretty good chance that she might relapse maybe on in the future. But really, it's triggered by like illnesses.
Yeah.
So, like, if she gets the flu, or if she gets COVID, that might trigger her and it might send her back to, having to get another treatment. Or if anything, she might need a transplant. So
she also has
hopefully not. But
yeah, she also has a pretty nasty dog allergy too.
Yeah, she does.
Which sucks.
I don't know where that came from because neither of us are allergic to dogs.
Yeah, well, and she was fine at our house for a long time, and then, like when she'd come over, and then just all of a sudden that one time, it was just
poof. Yeah. Yep.
And what about your other two?
Harry, he's fucking nuts. That kid is like insane. I love him. He's great. He's a sweet boy, but he is very hyper. And if you don't let him run off the energy, it's just going to explode. And then Mateo, I don't know. I think sometimes I feel like he's deaf, but he just doesn't listen. He just doesn't pay attention to you.
Inherited trait from the father's side of the family.
I guess. I don't know. He just doesn't want to like pay attention, and then he'll like walk off, do his own thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're having dinner. Everybody's sitting down now. And he's just like, I'm going to play over here with Legos. I'm just like, what the fuck? We're eating food. I'll pick him up and then set him at the table. And then he's like, oh, what is this? A nugget? Some chips? Oh, okay. I'll take one. And then he's like, he's a good eater though. He's like, okay, I'll eat this. It doesn't look like he eats though, because you can like see his ribs. It's like, what the fuck?
That's
like,
a little kid sometimes. That's a little kid sometimes.
I don't get it though. It's like, it's weird. It's like, why do you look frail? Like you could be broken if you like fell down.
It's like some of those kids just like, I swear everything just goes right through them. And then
yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
You get some of those kids that look like they're ready for sumo wrestling and they don't even eat that much. And then you get the opposite where they eat all the time. And
Harry, Amelia, she eats like bacon like crazy. I'm like, you don't look like you eat bacon.
It's a lot of sodium.
I'm like, bro, you need to like slow this down. But no, they're great kids. I'd say out of the three of them, Harry's probably the nicest kid.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Mateo's learning from Harry, so he's like trying to be the nicer kid. But I don't know. I think he's so set in his ways where he's like, I want to do something. I'm going to do it. I'm like, don't put that toy in the fucking toilet. Like, don't do it.
What's probably the most rewarding thing about kids being a dad?
I think teaching them things. I like teaching them things.
Like seeing them be successful in stuff. I mean,
yeah.
You know, like I use Kyler as an example a lot just because he's involved in more stuff. But like he pitched the other night for baseball, and he did. I mean, never pitched before at all, and other than some distractions and being kind of nervous, he pitched really well. He was throwing some heat right down over the plate, and
Berkeley's still in cheer, isn't she?
Berkeley's in cheer. Very artistic.
She just had a birthday party.
Yep. But she, I get complimented all the time by how she's a really good kid, and and that she looks out for other kids and stuff like that.
Oh
and
yeah. Every time I hear her, like Amelia and her come over for like sleepover or whatever, I always hear her talking to Amelia, being like, "Come here, Millie," and then Harrison will go in there, and then Millie gets mad at Harrison at something, and it's like, "Oh, it's okay, Millie, it's okay. He can play. Just let him do his own thing."
Well, and I think another,
she knows how to like negotiate between siblings.
Another like big thing that I like seeing is when you see parts of you, like in your child, like I was a creative kid. Still consider myself creative. Kind and stuff like that. Like you see elements of yourself in
Little
in
bits and
kids.
pieces.
Like, I used to be a pretty passionate kid when it came to sports, and I see that in Kyler.
Yeah.
And
Amelia's pretty artistic. She's really rubbed off on the whole like painting and
Mhm.
drawing thing. She picked that up real quick.
Right.
And she plays the guitar, and she'll sit there and sing with it too. So that's something that I don't do. I don't sing, but then she'll like sit there and she's like, "I told my mom not to get me that color, and she got me that color, and I was mad because I didn't like that color." I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, that's a great song, Amelia. It's funny. It's hilarious.
I don't know. Being a dad is it's the hardest and most rewarding thing all wrapped in one. Like, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. And it's a learning curve. There is no one size fits all. There's nothing like that. It's
I feel like it's different for each kid.
Yep, it's different for each kid,
Yeah.
each household, everything.
Definitely need to be like.
Mhm.
I feel like we definitely need to like set up certain parameters for each kid. Like
Mm.
each kid has different expectations and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. So what about your? I think we've talked. Have we really ever talked about our own dads on here?
I mean, I don't know my own dad, not like my real biological one. So I've never talked about him. I mean, it's just,
Well,
it doesn't.
The
He's never existed, basically.
there's a difference between a dad and like a quote sperm donor or
Yeah.
whatever, like and a father figure. I mean, I think those are different. I know people that they have closer connections with, an uncle or a grandpa or, family friend or stepdad or whatever over
Yeah.
their own actual dad. And they've had better father figures
Yeah.
than their own dad. I mean,
Yeah.
you had a stepdad growing up, right?
Yeah, I did.
And Charlie.
He was great. I mean, he taught me pretty much everything. For the most part. I mean, my grandpa. I used to hang out with my grandpa a lot too. So, I mean, he was a pretty big father figure in my life.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, although every time my stepdad would drop me off at school, he was older, so he was like in his 60s. And I would get to school and they'd be like, "Is that your grandpa?" I'm like, "No, that's my stepdad." They're like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "Oh." It's so funny.
My dad was a huge part of my life. I mean, he worked his ass off, and he had a whole bunch of health issues a good chunk of my life, heart issues and stuff like that. And he still busted his ass and made sure we had everything we needed and more. I couldn't ask for a better dad. I didn't really pick up mechanic skills from him, but I learned how to be compassionate. I learned how to, be creative. Learned a lot of my cooking from him, and I hope that, he's, and he passed a couple of years ago. I hope he's looking down. I'm not really a religious guy. But, if there is a heaven, I hope he's looking down and thinks that I'm doing a good job as a dad. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, he was an awesome dad and great grandpa, or awesome grandpa. Yeah. And then, I have a great stepfather, or not stepfather, father-in-law, and grandfather-in-law. I couldn't ask for better people for those parts, and Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a father-in-law either. So.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of do, but
I mean, I do. I know who he is. It's just, again, it doesn't exist.
yeah.
See, when people don't talk to you or visit you, they don't exist to me. And so I'm just like, yeah, you don't exist.
Yeah.
It's whatever. I don't know. People need to try to like communicate with people.
Mm-hmm.
And when people don't do that, they disappear. So, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about dads? You want to talk about
we're gonna do dad jokes.
Yeah, we're gonna do dad.
We're gonna do some dad jokes. Then we're gonna switch over to the number 13, and kind of the history of Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
And then we're gonna wrap up with some facts about the Friday the 13th movie series. So, oh shit! Did I just close it? No. These are. Did you pull up some dad jokes?
I did.
We'll go back and forth.
Let's go.
All right. These are from countryliving.com, and this is 300 corny dad jokes that will make anyone laugh or groan. We're just going to kind of skip around. What kind of shoes do frogs wear?
I don't know. What kind?
Open-toed sandals.
Oh my god. Dad.
Carl. No.
Oh my god. That's horrible. Don't put Rick Grimes in this. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, you're reading from that one.
Go ahead. What happened when 2 slices of bread went on a date?
What?
It was loaf at first sight.
Oh my god. Okay. Are you feeling cold?
No, I am not.
Sit in the corner. It's 90 degrees.
Why do crabs never volunteer?
Why?
Because they're shellfish.
Oh my god. What do you call 2 monkeys that share an Amazon account?
I don't know, Ray. What do you call them?
Primates.
What did the bison say to his son when he left the ranch?
Bye, son.
Yes.
I like the name Brie, but it's a little cheesy. Get it?
Hey, Ray.
Huh.
Did you see my new pen I got?
No?
It can write underwater.
What?
Yeah, it can write other words too.
Oh my god. How do you get in touch with a Roman architect?
I don't know.
You call him.
Why can't dinosaurs clap their hands?
Why?
They're extinct.
Oh my god. Jesus. That was like fucking, they're dead. Why don't vampires have any friends?
I don't know, Ray. Why don't they have
they're
any
a
friends?
pain in the neck.
Dark dad jokes. Hold on. What vegetable has the best kung fu?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Broccoli.
Broccoli. Oh my god. My dream job would be to clean mirrors. I could really see myself doing that.
Jeez. I was going to tell a joke about all the layoffs, but sadly none of them work.
Oh my god. Why did the coffee call police?
I don't know.
It got mugged. I'm gonna keep these. These are funny. And by the way, this is from BuzzFeed, by the way.
You don't need a parachute to go skydiving the first time.
You don't need a parachute to go skydiving. Wait. What? Oh.
You only need one if you're going a second time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What do you call a magician who lost their magic?
I don't know.
Ian.
Ian?
Because it's a magician.
Uh-huh.
So you just call him Ian. How do you get an astronaut's baby to sleep?
I don't know.
You rock it.
Why did the social media manager break up with her boyfriend?
Why?
Lack of engagement.
Oh my god. A man walks into a lawyer's office and asks, how much for a consultation? 3 questions for $150. He says, kind of steep, isn't it? Yeah. Now, what's your last question?
Did you hear about the break-in at the wig factory?
No.
Police are combing the area.
Oh my god.
I once submitted 10 puns to a joke competition, and I really thought with that many, one would surely be the winner.
Yeah?
Sadly, no pun intended.
Oh my god. My new thesaurus is terrible. Not only that, but it's also terrible. How does NASA organize a party?
They plan it.
They plan it.
Two windmills are sitting on a hill. One asks the other, do you have a favorite song? The other replies, well, all my life I've been a heavy metal fan.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Today, I was at the bank, and this old lady asked me to check her balance.
Okay.
So I pushed her over.
Oh my god. I knew what it was gonna be, and I was like, don't say you tipped her over. What do Alexander the Great and Winnie the Pooh have in common?
I don't know.
The same middle name.
How many stormtroopers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
None, because they're all on the dark side.
Oh my god. What do you say to your sister when she's crying?
I don't know.
Are you having a crisis? That's fucked up. I can't take my dog to the park because the ducks keep trying to bite him. I guess that's what I get for buying a purebred dog.
What does the dad say when he puts his car in reverse?
I don't know.
Oh, this takes me back.
Oh my god.
The other day, I bought a thesaurus, and when I went to open it, all the pages were blank.
Uh-huh.
I really have no words to describe how angry I am.
Oh my god. When is a door not a door?
I don't know.
When it's a jar.
Oh my god.
Did you hear about those new corduroy pillows?
Mm-mm.
They're making headlines.
Jeez. What is the best present?
What?
Broken drums. You can't beat them.
Oh my god. The other day I saw a baguette in the cage. It was bred in captivity.
Oh my god.
That's fucked up.
How do you make holy water?
How?
You boil the hell out of it.
Why did the Scarecrow get an award?
I don't know.
He was outstanding in his field.
Why are Christmas trees bad at knitting?
Why?
Because they're always dropping their needles.
Oh my god.
All right, let's do 2 more each.
What did the grape say when it was crushed?
I don't know.
Nothing. It just let out a little whine.
Did you hear about the famous pickle?
What?
It's kind of a big deal.
Oh my god. What happened to the Exorcist's car?
I don't know.
It got repossessed.
So I searched for lighters on Amazon today,
Yeah?
but all they had were 3,472 matches.
What? Oh my god. Oh my god. 3,472.
All right. You do one, I'll do one, and then you do one more.
Let's see. What did the baby corn say to the mama corn?
I don't know.
Where's popcorn?
Let's see. You are on a horse riding full gallop. Next to you is a giraffe at full gallop, and behind you is a lion on your tail. What do you do?
What?
Get off the carousel.
Oh my god. What is red and really bad for your teeth?
Don't know.
A brick.
Yeah. All right. Talk about the number 13, Ray.
Yeah?
Friday 13th specifically.
Okay. Oh shit. Lost my fucking phone. Okay. So I got a couple of stories here.
When did it originate?
Let's talk about all these all this stuff comes from a few sources. The Trial of Templars by Barbara M. 2006, and the Da Vinci Code Doubleday by Brown D. 2006 as well. Also, Italian superstitions. I don't know how to pronounce it, so Calliope. That's in 1995.
No, we're upside down.
Oh shit, bro! I felt that.
Yeah, I know. You could see like almost everything fell off the
Oh
table.
my god! Like shit was going up. I was like, "What the fuck?"
All right. Anyways,
the Oxford Companion to the World, to World Mythology by Leeming. Okay, let's get into this. So the number 13, the unlucky number 13, or therefore the superstition of the unlucky number 13. So yeah, superstitions have long influenced human behavior, shaping everything from architecture to travel. Among the most pervasive is the fear of the number 13, known as triskaidekaphobia. Triskaidekaphobia. This superstition has ancient roots and has evolved through a blend of mythology, religion, numerology, and cultural traditions across the centuries. Despite advances in science and logic, the belief in the misfortune associated with the number 13 still thrives today. Okay, so let's talk about like the ancient roots. So the negative connotation of the number 13 can be traced back to ancient civilizations in Babylonian culture. The number 13 was omitted from some of their laws, possible indication that it was already regarded with suspicion. Similarly, ancient Mesopotamian calendars often skipped the day 13. So I mean, they were just like, yeah, there's no 13th day. We'll just go to 14. Fuck it. In Norse mythology, one of the most cited origins of the fear involves a tale about a dinner in Valhalla. 12 gods were invited to a banquet, but the trickster god Loki arrived as the uninvited 13th guest. He caused the death of the beloved god Balder, plunging the world into darkness and grief. That's from Leeming. The story is often seen as a mythological justification for the unlucky nature of being the 13th guest at a dinner table. So, now, let's tie this into Christianity. So, that was Norse mythology.
Yep. Get out your Bible.
Now, if you get out your Bible...
Bible.
Yep. Christianity also played a major role in this shaping of this superstition of the number 13. So, according to the New Testament, during the Last Supper, Jesus dined with 12 apostles, making the total number of people at the table 13. Judas Iscariot, the apostle who betrayed Jesus, was the 13th guest to arrive and to sit down. This association of the number 13 with betrayal and death heavily influenced Western beliefs. So that's why we don't put it on the elevator when there's like 13 or more floors. You just say 12 or 12A. Like, yeah, that's 12A.
So
what the fuck is 12A?
When I worked as a delivery driver, there's a place that we used to deliver to downtown Kansas City, and they had 13 floors.
Yeah.
But 13th floor was not called the 13th floor. It was just called penthouse. There was 1 through 12. There was a basement, and then there was penthouse.
Yep. That's crazy. So, all right, let's talk about the calendar and Friday the 13th. So, the superstition intensified with the merging of the number 13th and Friday, traditionally considered an unlucky day. This combination, Friday the 13th, is widely regarded as the most ominous date on the calendar. Some historians connected this belief to Friday, October 13th, 1307, when King Philip IV of France ordered the mass arrest of the Knights Templar, a powerful Christian military order. The event ended in executions and torture, further casting a shadow over the date. That's fucking nuts. The fear of the Friday the 13th is so common that it has a specific term, paraskevidekatriophobia. That's really fucking long. Studies show that economic activity and air travel slightly dip on this day, indicating that even modern society isn't immune to ancient superstitions. Agricultural and cultural avoidance. So, the stigma surrounding the number 13 is visible in physical infrastructure. Many hotels, buildings, airplanes skip the 13th floor or row, labeling it instead as 12A or simply jumping to 14. In cultures like those of the United States and parts of Europe, entire city blocks might avoid using the number 13 in addresses. Man, I'd hate to find the one that's like 13666.
Yeah.
My address is 13666. Oh, really? Are you the fucking devil? What the fuck?
Every year in the Gregorian calendar has at least 1 month having a Friday the 13th. And some years have 2 months that each have a Friday the 13th. And then non-leap years where January 1st falls on a Thursday, they end up with 3 months. Trying to think. Yeah, it doesn't say exactly what year. But for instance, next year, 2026, we'll have 1. No. So 27 and 28 will only have 1. So that means that next year, I believe, we'll have 3. I believe.
Oh, 2020,
6. Yep.
2026.
I'll ask Google.
Okay. So, however, this is worth noting that the belief is not universal. Not everybody, not all cultures are afraid of the number 13. In Italy, the number 13 is considered lucky, while the number 17 is feared instead.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt you. February and March, both next year, have a Friday the 13th.
And then it's November.
And then November.
Yeah, it's usually like 1 month after the other. Because of the leap year, it throws it off, I think.
And this is our only Friday the 13th of this year. There's a black cat.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. Only one time.
Mm-hmm.
Better get your murders out of the way.
Yep. I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow.
Oh my god.
All right, go ahead.
Is that what all the holes were in the backyard? Plant some, is that why you were planting a bunch of endangered plants?
All right, keep going. What you got?
In China, the number 4 is more feared due to its phonetic similarity to the word death.
Mm-hmm.
So, you say the word 4 down there, they're like, oh, shh. You're like, what? 4? They're like, no. Modern impact in pop culture. In the 20th century, Friday the 13th became a pop culture phenomenon, particularly with the release of the Friday the 13th horror film franchise that started in 1980. These films further entrenched the date in the public. So, I mean, everybody knows about it now. Everybody's seen these movies. I feel like it's not really... I'm not afraid of it. I mean, it's cool, I think, honestly. Let's see. It says, even today, businesses and individuals are influenced by the superstition. A 2008 study estimated that $800 to $900 million is lost in the U.S. annually due to people avoiding business deals.
Yep,
travel,
I see two right in front of me.
Important events.
So
on Friday the 13th.
Listen to these. Krispy Kreme is offering an original glazed donut dozen for 13 cents with purchase of any dozen regular price donuts. And Chipotle offers buy one get one free from 3 to 4 for anyone tatted like a Chipotle bag in honor of their popular online meme.
Hold on, wait. Tatted like a Chipotle bag?
Like little doodles and stuff like that.
I have no tattoos.
Yeah. So no free Chipotle for you.
God damn it. I'm a normal human being. Can I get some free shit? God damn
so 13 Chipotle locations in the U.S. were selected to hand out temporary tattoos when purchasing.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
So, because we have so many things tied to the number 12,
yeah,
that has a lot to do. Like, there's 12 days of Christmas, 12 months in a year,
12 gods of Olympus,
labors of Hercules, 12 zodiac signs, 12 tribes of Israel, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which actually, I believe there are 13 zodiac signs now. There is. Look it up.
I don't think you're right. There's got to be. How is there 13 zodiac signs? What did we add another month?
They shifted the dates. Yep.
What?
The 13th zodiac is Oxius, whatever. NASA unveils that do. Yeah. Ophiuchus, whatever. Due to the change of Earth's axis and movement of solar system and stars, there are now 13 zodiac signs.
So we tilted?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's the new sign look like?
I don't know.
Huh.
5, 10. It looks like a U with a line through it.
It's a U with a fucking wavy line through it.
Let's see. See if our zodiac signs changed. I'm curious.
What month does this fall under?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell. Oh no, I'm not clicking that.
It's like, are you a robot?
Okay,
I'm not a robot.
When's your birthday?
Computer's hacked. Congratulations.
Okay, so dude, it might have changed your zodiac.
Oh, so now I'm not a Sagittarius now.
What day's your birthday?
December 6th. No, I'm still Sagittarius.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, it doesn't list it on there.
Yeah, where's the 13th
It doesn't
one?
list it on there. They don't have the 13th one.
Yeah, they don't have it on there too.
It's so new. See, it's so new. They're like, nah.
Oh my
Fucking
gosh.
debating all this shit. In 30 years from now, they're never going to believe us that there was only 12.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, nah.
Do you remember that
That's
movie?
fake news.
Do you remember that movie 13, 13, 13?
No. What was the 13, 13, 13?
Something about how they added a 13th month.
What?
And so it was like the 13th day of the 13th month of the... Yeah.
Oh. 2013 film? Oh my god! On that day, we are demon.
Yep. 13, 13, 13. In the 13th month of the 13th year of a new millennium, humans battle the world of demons. Yep.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, guess what? It's Friday the 13th right now. And I feel like I'm gonna puke.
No, you don't.
I feel like I might have to shit though.
Ew, gross.
I'm gonna shit on Friday the 13th.
All right.
That actually is a fact.
Are you done talking about the Friday the 13th facts?
I do have a fun story for about a man who skipped the 13th altogether. He was afraid of the number 13, so he skipped it. This is a true tale of obsession and death. In 1976, a New York businessman named Arnold Schoenberger. He was a composer, actually, an Austrian-American composer, who had long struggled with an extreme fear of the number 13, died in a way that some believe fulfilled his darkest superstitions. Schoenberger was born on September 13th, 1874, a fact that haunted him his entire life. I mean, can you imagine being afraid of the number 13 and your birthday's on the 13th? You're like, I don't want to do anything today. Fuck it. He was so obsessed with avoiding the number that he would sometimes omit the 13th bar in his musical compositions. I've actually listened to some of his songs, and you can actually hear it where it like skips it. It's kind of weird.
The bangers.
Huh?
Our side of the bangers. They good?
No. Let's see. He would omit the 13th bar in his musical compositions and change opus numbers to avoid it. The eeriest moment came in his final days. As Schoenberg approached his 76th year, he became convinced that he was going to die because 7 plus 6 equals 13.
Mm-hmm.
And that year contained a 13 hidden in plain sight. He reportedly became deeply depressed, bedridden, and refused to engage in his daily activities. His family and friends noted that he would obsessively count letters and words, including his own name, to ensure they didn't add up to 13. His biographer, H. H. Stuckenschmidt, wrote that Schoenberg feared the number with a quasi-religious intensity. On July 13th, 1951, Schoenberger was reported to have stayed in bed all day, convinced he would die. According to his wife Gertrude, he whispered the word harmony and died at exactly 11:47 p.m., 3 minutes before midnight. So, what the fuck, dude? It's like, I'm gonna die today, I just know it, all fucking day, and then he wakes up at 11:47.
That sucked.
It's like, what the fuck? Many people close to him saw this as a tragic and terrifying culmination of his lifelong phobia, the number 13. A man essentially frightened to death by the number he feared the most. So it's not really like nothing really happened to him. He just
Was
literally
scared something was going to.
He literally raised his level of anxiety so high on this situation that was so minuscule. I mean, looking on the outside of it. See, this is why I feel like it's so important for you to be able to access the point of view from other people, not just your own self. Like, I get that you are terrified of this, but look at someone else who like works with these numbers. Think about it. Like, why are they not dead? Like, I write down the number 13 everywhere, and I'm not dead.
Yeah.
So I think it's just you
Or
need to
are
be
you?
able. Oh my god! Wait, did you hear that?
Yeah, I grabbed
Oh,
snacks.
okay.
Shut the fuck up.
The number 13 is pretty fun. I feel like the movies have really done it justice,
Mhm.
and I feel like people know that you can die at any time. And Friday the 13th is just a regular Friday. So don't get plastered and don't get too drunk. I mean, I don't know. Just know your limits, people.
Yeah.
You're all human. Everyone can die.
So speaking of the movie, this is Mental Floss, and this is 17 facts you didn't know, or may not know. Oh my gosh! About Friday the 13th. 17 surprising facts about Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
So the first movie.
Oh wait, that's Halloween.
Yeah. So fuck up. Okay.
What you got?
So the original inspiration was Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
In 78, producer and director Sean Cunningham was looking for a model on which to build a commercially successful film, and he basically copied Halloween. Yeah. The movie was being advertised before it even had any financing. And yeah. Took out an ad on July 4th of 1979 in Variety magazine and used the logo of the film.
Huh.
Interesting. The original title was suggested to be Long Night at Camp Blood. That sounds like a Goosebumps title, doesn't it?
Yeah. Long Night at Camp Blood.
Yep. Many of the special effects were baked in the camp's kitchen.
What?
Yeah, they baked some of the special effects, like the. So he, yeah, they were baked in pizza ovens, like the latex, like body parts and stuff like that.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
They're like, yeah, we just took a honey glazed ham, cut it open, draw some ketchup on it, baked it up.
So Camp Crystal Lake is still an operational camp, but its real name is Camp No Be Bo Sco. And it's fully operational and, yeah, granted access to after campers left for the summer in 79. Dude, could you imagine, like, staying there? Be like, this is where they filmed the movie. And then, like, someone actually be...
You, like, stay there, and you're like, dude, I can't believe this is where they filmed the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, here. And you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yep.
And you're like,
Kevin Bacon was not the film's biggest star at the time of shooting.
oh.
So
who was the biggest star?
It was... Dun, dun, dun.
Kevin, not Bacon.
Harry Crosby.
Now I want some bacon.
Son of deceased legend Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby. He beat his kids?
Hmm.
He's a bad dad.
Shelley Winters was the original person to be picked to play Mrs. Voorhees.
Huh. Weird.
Who is Shelley Winters? What else is she in? I don't know.
I want to look up Shelley Winter.
Betsy Palmer only took the part because she wanted to be able to buy a new car. And basically said if she didn't need the car, she wouldn't have done it. Several crew members played the killer before Palmer was casted. Mm-hmm. So,
She died in 2006.
Mm-hmm. Jason was originally a regular kid in the first draft. Look at him; he's all fucked up. Yeah, basically a kid who accidentally drowned in Crystal Lake. But they wanted something more, so that's why they made him like...
They're like, let's make him ugly and giant and bloated.
And Lou Reed. Lou Reed. The rock star Lou Reed played a lot for him to keep him entertained. And Bill, Harry Crosby, was killed by multiple arrows, and one of them landed near his eye. And they used a fake blood, and that fake blood got into his actual eye and caused him to be temporarily blinded.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, we're going to put this fake blood in your eye and...
Yep.
Close your eye.
The death of Kevin Bacon's character supposedly took hours to film, and they almost screwed it up. And if they did, they would have just scrapped it and went a different route.
Huh.
And then the final scare was supposedly not in the original script.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And...
they're like, what if he just pops up out of the water? And like, dude, that was like the most terrifying part, honestly. Because like, you see him come out and you're like, what the fuck?
And the original...
shoot him in the face!
The original screenwriter hates the idea that there was any sequels.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
There has to be sequels.
Let's look it up.
He came
Let's
out of
look
the
it up.
fucking
How
water.
many kills does Jason Voorhees have? What's your guess? Before I click on it.
How many kills?
Yep. I think like
52.
Oh, I think it's up to like 170.
150.
Ooh, I went over. 157 official.
Oh, damn.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
Wait, what is this? Oh, never mind. But yeah, so this has been part 1. And yeah, hope you guys tune in on Sunday. Normally it's a Monday release, but we're going to do Sunday because it actually
We're gonna
lands
do
on
part
Father's
2
Day.
then? Sweet. Stay tuned for
Yep.
part 2. It'll be fun.
Next time on Soapbox Smorgasbord Podcast, Jason and Ray do a best of the best of the best bracket to find out who is the best dad. We've got bad dads. We've got good dads. Serial killer dads. Superhero dads. Maybe even sugar dads.
What? Wait, what? Sugar dads. Oh, he farted. He ripped. Oh. You should cut that one out.
I will. Tune in next time to find out what happens.
Tune in next time and find out if Jason's got clean shorts.